Hello, everybody. We're back. Another episode of the Not With That Attitude podcast.
Yes,
We are flying through August. It is just going by. We're all three of us are fresh after just like endless rain for the past couple days.
Yeah, my head didn't like it.
Yes, we're all nice and well, at least one of us is headachy, but we're all nice and moist.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Look, it was so bad that I had to take one of the narcotics that I have in order to knock it out. So like it's not a great time, guys.
Is
It's a prescription.
I mean, I know, but like the fact that you chose specifically narcotic instead of just saying it was a prescription.
Yeah, right.
Well, you have to know how strong it was
Yeah,
in
these
order
are
for
really
me.
on drugs.
It's
She loves
Totally.
drugs.
like we know better. They don't know better.
Yeah,
That's
fucking-
fair.
Yeah.
That's
remember,
fair.
MZ, you're a white person. Like they need to be careful. You know, they need to know the details, the nitty gritty.
Oh,
so,
well, you know, I
need
get
the
prescribed
context.
shit. I get prescribed shit because my migraines get so bad that I can't function for days.
Yeah, they can't just like simply know you're like a drugged up white person and go like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They might think you're a Floridan.
I mean, I do live in a meth-centered area,
Yeah, see,
of the
even
country.
worse.
but I don't know where those things happen because I live in suburbia, not in the hill. So I don't know. I'm very, very not in the know.
On the streets, she's known as the starch-based drug lord.
No, I had a prescription of oxycodone that I had laying around
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
previous endeavors with my migraines.
No, just a little heroin on the side, some Bolivian marching powder, building snowman here and there, and
No, but I was actually talking to one of my friends that I was very thankful that I don't have an addictive personality type or physiology,
Yeah.
because I can stop things cold turkey and it doesn't bother me
Yep.
at all.
it's like looks over at the entire wall covered in various types of penguin and pimple plushies. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't have that.
Yeah. Not yet.
I do have a lot of penguin things. They are not hanging on the wall. A lot of them are in my bed.
Like just
because they're
impaled on the
stuffed
wall,
animals.
just
Yeah, right.
crucified.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Literally just like up on crosses and everything.
Nah, I like them too much to put them on crosses.
Yeah.
I snuggle them. They're my friends.
Just penguin themed rug, bed sheets, posters, lights.
No, but I did have underwear on yesterday. So, you know, and socks.
Well, it's like just underwear and socks. That's all she wore yesterday, guys. It's just
Yeah.
that's it.
Trying to get that
I mean, I
appeal
don't-
for the horse boys. You know.
Mm.
You gotta go to the races, MZ. That's what you need to do.
Look, just because I live close to a bunch of horse tracks does not mean I want to go. Because usually it's just old men betting on the horses. Okay, thanks, bye. And I'm not
You gotta go to
into
the
old
other
men.
events.
I don't think we have any other events. Not that I know of, because I'm not into the horse.
I mean, you just so you just gotta look a
Arena.
little harder. Find the horse boys,
Oh boy.
or maybe the horse boy will find you.
Uh,
That's
probably
literally runs
that.
You over with the horse.
Probably that. Let's be real. The odds of me finding anybody are like next to none.
Yeah, because you stay inside.
Inside is safe. We were okay. Don't get me started on therapy talk because we had this conversation multiple times in therapy. We're not going to talk about it now. Thank you.
I feel like I'm like the only person of this fucking generation now who like actually likes to go out and like enjoy social stuff.
It's not that. It's I have trauma based around social stuff, so I have a hard time.
I feel like I'm the only
Feeling
person who doesn't have
safe.
trauma based around social stuff.
That's probably accurate.
Same here.
Yeah, right.
That's probably accurate.
Uh,
being a girl is hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Girls are awful.
Yeah, being a girl. Yeah, it says the person to 2 minorities.
Yeah,
They
right.
may be men, but they
Little
don't
white
change
girl
much.
to 2
We
minorities.
get negated, but our maleness gets negated by our minoritiness.
It sounds really awful. It sounds really awful out of context, but I don't think of you as minorities. Like, off the top of my head, to me, you're just Nick and Tick. Like, that doesn't register in my realm of thinking.
Okay, so apparently
Not in a.
we need to do a lot more stuff that's both blacker and Asianer.
Yeah, right.
We need to really, drive in this
Not
like
that I don't
point to
know.
MZ.
Okay, it's not that I don't know. How the fuck do I explain
Well,
this? It's not that I,
it's just not at the forefront.
yeah, like it's not something that I think about.
Which is good.
Yeah, right.
Like to me, you all are just Nick and Tick. Like that's not that is all you are. Your race doesn't really matter to me. Outside of that, that is who
Everyone's
you
a
are.
little bit racist
Oh my
sometimes.
god. Oh my god.
Da 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 da.
As the one who gives out inward cards every day.
Oh yeah, no pie. Hand that shit out like candy. Let's go. And yes, I did see the screenshot of Gary the snake in
Yeah.
Zootopia.
Right,
Oh.
so now that we've got all the stuff out
Right.
there, so what's on the menu for today, though, actually?
Instead
Alright,
of just
well-
harassing me about myself. Bye.
Well, it's actually funny. Y'all know we kind of went into like a little bit of a like just like people / gender / racial rant there because I had so lately
Okay.
I've been seeing an uptick in the whole like gender war stuff, red pill stuff. I've been seeing an uptick on social media, and I'm like, I know, right, all that shenanigan stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm annoyed. But I felt like now a good number of months have passed now, and I've like got more information, seen a lot more opinions, and had a lot more time to stew on this.
Mm-hmm.
So like, kind of want to like put out a definitive like, here's where I stand on
Yeah.
all this, like, and all nice and as orderly as I can get it all put together.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I basically got it like broken down to like 3 sections here, just like so like first bit like in general pertains to everybody, men, women, whatever race, ethnicity, whatever, just
Right.
human beings in general. And then after that I'll go more specifically to the guys, and after that I'll go more specifically to the girls.
Okay.
All right. So we've said it before, just like we're constantly pushing on this podcast is like, come on guys, be decent human beings.
Yeah,
Let's teach
right.
our kids to be decent human beings. Right? Parents, it starts with you guys in the home. It's like you gotta set your kids up right so they're not making the same mistakes you are, and they're not creating shitty human beings like you in the future when they start families and things like that, and they're interacting with people in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like starts with the parents, and then of course by extension, and then goes up to the like, teachers and schools and whatnot, education program. We gotta make a huge switch, guys, because it is not great. We've said it before.
Yeah, basically.
Because like they people today, they just don't really understand compassion, responsibility, accountability, critical thinking, mental and emotional maturity. That's another big one. It's one of my favorite ones right there. Yeah, because we just have a generation of people just like, obviously not all. There's like
Yeah.
there are, we have some fortunate people out there who were raised right or had good examples, and or just
Or did a lot of fucking work.
or did a lot of work and like got a research and like really kind of taught themselves to be better, and like they do exist, they're out there, and kudos to those people.
Mm-hmm.
But we gotta make a greater effort to teach our sons and daughters be better, so that they grow up to be good adults,
Right.
and they can continue that cycle of teaching their kids to be good people and good adults, and on and on and on. Because right now we just got this endless cycle of just like making shittier and shittier people.
Yep.
Now for the boys, the men, the lads, the gents,
Yep.
the homies, the brothers.
Right.
So I think this was kind of like see it was a little bit more challenge for me because like I just didn't really have most of these issues so I kind of like really look and ponder on this. So it's like
Okay.
because in the area I'm from, like again, like I grew up in an area with like a lot of mostly good-looking people,
Yeah.
confident, good-looking people
Okay.
who come from like
Fairly
upper
easy
middle class
backgrounds.
families, well
Yeah.
off, right? Who like had no trouble going off to do like relatively good things for their lives. So it just wasn't a really that was really the mostly the norm for me because like I knew shooter circumstances existed, but
Hmm.
again, the area I grew up, everyone was like very privileged, and I didn't really have any good examples of what it's like to be like, oh no,
Yeah.
you're
Sure.
coming from a terrible background
Yeah,
and
it was
shit
one
like
of those
that.
things that didn't really sink in till later in life.
Mm-hmm. Well, until I finally was able to like break free,
Right, and actually
right?
see the world a little more beyond what you were used to.
Get out of this uh accidental box that my parents
Right.
had me in. Like
Yeah.
wasn't intentional at all, but it was kind of just like, oh,
Right. They just wanted the
It
best
just
for
kind
you,
of
and it
happened.
just happened
yeah,
to be
right,
in that box. Yeah.
but yeah, no, for the lads, I just like we we just gotta
Mhm.
like again starts with the parents and education and whatnot.
Right.
Teach our sons, be teach them how to be confident, self-respecting young men. Um,
Right.
no, teach them that their masculinity is not a bad thing. It's not like it's
Right.
not inherently tied to being toxic.
Right.
It's
We need
like
to teach
that's
them the healthy form
ev-
of masculinity, which is like,
yeah,
a real man looks out for others. He protects those who need it. He cares
yeah,
for the
like just
people around him.
right. Hmm. Now, obviously, don't take that too far. Just be like, oh no, you
Right.
only exist to serve others at the expense of yourself. No, we don't want to go
We
that
want
far
it
with it.
more
And
of a
like,
I help you if you need my
yeah,
help,
right.
call for me kind
Uh
of
huh.
thing.
Right, that's where the
Yeah.
self-respecting part comes with it. Because like if she's again like whatever your orientation is, whatever. But like if your partner,
Right.
friend, or even just like not just even like in romantic situations, but like friendships, whatever your type of relationships, whatever you have in your daily life, it's like if they're not going to be considered you or showing no compassion or respect for you, and like then yeah, don't no cater to them at your expense. It's like
Right.
you matter as well. All right.
Why do I feel like
Uh,
I'm going back to therapy?
yes, welcome to Dr. Calapigian's therapy corner. um, let's see. Oh yeah, yeah. No, oh god, yeah. Especially with the whole fucking no bare man in the woods bullshit. Is like okay. It's like guys, it is okay to be vulnerable. Just need to take better, like be more careful in who you are vulnerable with, of course.
Right.
Right, as
Still
we know,
always
we've
got to be
seen.
wary, but be open to
Right, right.
people as well.
Like it, right. Like it's not weakness, even though there's the whole stigma saying that it is. But like,
Right.
no, it's not.
Yeah, you
Right,
can.
there are people you can talk to. Look, find your brotherhoods. Right, like find your fellow homies that you
Feller.
can talk to. This
Right.
feller, like them fellow homies out there to do.
Right.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. It's said with love. I
Man, all
promise.
right. But yeah, no, just go out there because like there are like groups you can talk to, or just like try to find your find some like friend groups that are like in the
Right.
similar situations that you are in. You can talk to people about this,
Yeah, build close
right?
relationships with good people, but also be selective
Mm-hmm.
about who you actually consider a good
Right.
friend. Don't just
Mm-hmm.
like go to the first person who's nice to you and be like, "You're my best friend forever," and I'll loyally follow you to
You're
the
right.
end. You gotta
Uh-huh.
actually take time to get to know a person.
Yeah, you put in the work to like
Yeah.
know what kind of person you're dealing with.
Yeah, now I will say it is a pattern with guys where we can very easily make homies for life just after one fist fight or whatever the fuck. But
Yeah, right.
still, even with that, just take into
Uh-huh.
consideration is all because people
Mm-hmm.
change over time too. But it's still one of those things where if you find the right person, even with changes over time, you can maintain a very healthy friendship that lasts for life.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
because that's a
Yeah.
big
So,
thing. That's a big thing for everybody. Is you can still disagree about things without
mhm.
necessarily being enemies. You can still maintain friendship and disagree.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so guys, you're not as alone as you think you are. I know,
Yeah.
the feminists and the media likes to tell
Yeah,
you
you
like, oh
have
no, you're
people for you. Just you gotta
yeah,
look out
right.
a little more and find them.
They are like we're told from a young age like, oh no, boys got to be tough, keep your emotions down and be all stoic and you can't show weakness, and you're
Like,
only here to help and provide and serve others at your own expense. You got to just
right,
just tamp it all down, tamp it all down. No, no, no.
right. You can go be a vulnerable person. Go to the cat cafe and cry over the cat.
Yeah,
Like, I
right.
don't, whatever you want, whatever suits your fancy, man.
I would like to clarify that if somebody calls themselves a feminist and then just disparages all men, that's just not a
Yeah, that's
feminist.
not
Yeah,
Because
feminism.
right. Yeah,
That's just
right.
being an asshole. Like,
yes,
so
that's a misandrist, and
yeah.
you can call them that
Yeah.
to their face,
But here's the thing:
and that's
they'll always
okay.
say misandry isn't a thing because it doesn't apply if it is being done to a majority. It's like, oh yeah,
No, you can hate a whole group of people, even if
right.
they aren't the ones being
Like,
actively
yeah,
repressed.
right. Like, I hate to break to all y'all people who are like so blinded by your own biased, stances on social justice and stuff, but hatred is hatred no matter who you are. If
Hmm.
you're being a hateful person, it don't matter if you're a woman, if you're a minority race of any sort, if you're like LGBT. If you're being hateful for any reason, you're still a hateful piece of shit, and you don't deserve to be within that grouping.
100%.
And that is coming from somebody who has had issues with men in the past. Thank you.
Right.
Hmm.
See, if MZ can do it, anyone can.
You've been teasing me about this for literally years now.
Ah,
Be better people.
yeah, right. It's like it actually speaking on no past experiences with
Hmm.
with certain groups and whatnot. So like whether it was I mean, obviously this can apply whether your mother or father was abusive to you, whether it be physically, emotionally, whatever, or if it was
Yeah.
past partner or girlfriend, whatever.
Hmm.
Don't let that push you to spreading hate to people you encounter in the future and continuing that cycle.
Right.
Because because again, like whether it starts at home or a past relationship, is like, oh, the partner was abusive to you or a parent was abusive to you, and so now you're broken, and now you're lashing out and breaking other your future relationships and whatnot, and then they go on to do it. Like again, it's like we gotta stop that cycle.
Right.
Gotta absolutely
You
stop
can
that cycle.
be
It is
the end
ridiculous.
to it. You don't have to just sit there and complain about it, but then be the same
Hmm.
exact shit. You can be the end to the cycle. You can choose to do
Right.
that with just enough work. Go find help. Get therapy. Talk to the therapist about it. Be like, I want to stop this cycle. I need help. And they will help.
Absolutely.
It may take a few tries, but
Yeah, man. It may take a while, but
yeah, not every
if you're
therapist is
willing to
good.
put in the effort, you can get there.
Right? You got to be willing to put in the effort, though, and that's something so many people don't want to do.
Hmm. They want
And yeah,
that quick fix.
yeah, and then you have a few that are just too tired to do that. When you think about it, too.
Right.
Like they're just so broken down that they're just like, I don't have the energy to put in effort. Which also,
I was there for a while.
exactly. So,
Hmm.
well,
Hmm.
here, Evzy, tell them your story. Be the inspiration they need.
Oh God. I need. Okay. It took a very long time for me to put myself first. It took a lot of beating down. It took a lot of
Me yelling at her.
not even just that, but yes, um, it took a lot of people telling me that I was worth the effort to put into myself, for me to actually realize, oh yeah, that's probably true. And then it took a little bit of anger at myself to get me into the door. But once you get there, it gets a lot easier.
Hmm.
So I understand the hesitance to
Yeah.
start. I understand the fear of starting, but you need to push through in order to help yourself and help the people around you help you. So I don't really know how to explain it other than just do it. Don't think about it too hard, just do it. Literally, the Shia LaBeouf meme is going through my head right now.
But it's definitely that situation where, yeah, you definitely want to just push through. You know.
And it takes a lot. It's scary. It's scary to go. It's scary to admit that you are not okay. And it's scary to admit that you need help. And it's exhausting thinking about all the things that you're going to have to do to feel better. But doing it is so much more worth than sitting and wondering what would happen if I did.
Yeah, because like, gotta ask yourself the question: it's like, are you okay? Are you actually okay with just like wallowing in your misery, or are you gonna take that slim chance of like that it'll become better?
Right.
And it's definitely not a linear progression.
Right.
Like,
Oh, for sure.
Don't think every day I'm gonna get better, just
Right.
constantly. I'm still struggling, even though I have really good days and I have really awesome feelings. I still have days where I am struggling a lot.
Yeah.
But now I have the tools to be like, hey, I need help.
Right.
And it's easier for my friends to come and help me when I ask
Yeah.
for help.
Right.
So yeah, I suggest that for everyone
Right.
all the time.
Yeah.
It's like,
Improvement is possible. You just gotta want it enough. You gotta.
yeah, right. You
gotta
got one enough.
try.
You gotta take the step. You need to put in the work.
Right.
I've been going for a year, and a year next week actually.
Yep.
It's like, and putting in the work does not include going to random forums and whining about it all day, every day.
Yeah.
No,
that's
that
kinda-
means actually going and talking to somebody and getting actual tools.
Right.
Yeah, going and whining on a forum or to people who you know are going to just simply support your mindset is the most unhealthy thing and way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I know you want to get validation, validation does not always mean correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah, feelings should not always generate validity.
The feeling can be what you are feeling, but the reason why you are feeling it does not necessarily mean that it is valid.
Yeah. Especially if it's a really petty or stupid reason.
Like, I can be upset and hurt, but just because I am feeling upset and hurt does not mean the reason that I am upset and hurt is valid.
Yeah. And sometimes you gotta look back on that and recognize, yeah, maybe I was being stupid about it, or something like that. That's an important part of growing up.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, acknowledge the problem, acknowledge the pain, because we always do. You gotta know, identify it and start with that, of course.
Yep.
But then, okay, what are we gonna do about it? that's what the next step needs to be. Not just keep identifying the problem again and again and again and again. No, what are you gonna fucking do about it?
Right.
And then do it.
If you already got the capacity to identify it, now you know how to, go for it. Now you know how to work on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now the girls, the women, the ladies.
Oh boy.
Yep. And let's be real, we all know this is gonna piss a lot of people off coming from me.
Right.
We're allowed to criticize each other if there's real issues to criticize. So calm down, people. Just everyone in general, calm down and let's hear it out first. Just keep that in mind. Go ahead. Let's see.
Because all right, so for the women even more so than the men, I just really want to stop like setting up our daughters to be these terrible people, like selfish, narcissistic, princesses.
Yeah.
And because here's how it goes. It's like they they're fresh out of the womb, like, getting the praise, everything, get everything they want. Oh, just everything. You're lovely. You're validated for everything. Da, 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 da.
Right.
And then when they grow up, going through their teens, living the best life, going through their early 20s, living their best life, whatever, going out, being self, get it, and all that.
Yeah, but then
like
suddenly reality hits, and they.
But then reality hits. They start to get older, and then really not starting not to get as much attention. No, not as much praise.
Start panicking, throwing a fit.
Yeah, right.
Blaming it all on everyone else except for the person, the people who justified this mindset.
Mm-hmm. Because like in my whole thing, it's just like I don't want that future for our daughters. I don't want that future for our young women.
Yeah,
And
right.
it's like where they're just like they're in their like even like I was gonna say like 30s, but like even just like late 20s at this point. It's just
Yeah.
like it's already just like they'd be
20s.
they,
God damn, bro.
yeah right. Because like they get to that point and they're like not as getting as much attention, they're not getting as much validation and whatever, and then like they start to panic, and then they realize the mistakes they made, and like they realize like, oh, they want to start a family, but now it's too late because nobody wants me, and they like because like I just like I'm tired of setting up our women to become old and bitter and angry and alone. It's like I just want to fucking stop it. Like right,
Yeah.
same thing for the guys. I want to stop it for them too, but like especially for our women because like it is just like it's such a mess.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean you don't have to be alone, or it doesn't mean you like can't like being alone. You just like we would rather you be happy and alone.
Yeah, right.
Like like if I like were ended up like that, like I would be perfectly fine living alone. Just like I would want to be happy though. I wouldn't want to be like bitter and like pissy at like everybody around me.
Yeah, right. And
So,
continuing
quick
that
question
cycle.
for you.
Uh-huh.
You are talking about how these women are getting all this attention. You're talking about conventionally attractive women. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a whole subsection that never got attention. Me being
Oh
one
no,
of them.
no, we know that. Yeah, no, that goes without saying. That goes without saying.
Although it is getting more attention as of today because of the because of the whole like hive mindset of women support women, but
yeah, because
they are getting support from other women.
Yeah, you're
like,
not getting the same support from men.
But and also here's the other thing, because like even if you're not a conventionally attractive woman, you're still getting significantly more support and attention than any man would.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. Sorry, I was trying to clarify.
I know what you meant, but
yeah.
Sorry,
also,
I meant to clarify. I wasn't trying to like start anything. I wasn't saying.
I know.
No. So and then also you got to consider today. Like back when you were younger versus women who are younger now, they're definitely getting it a lot better than how you did in the past.
That's
reality because like
you
have a lot of people now, like who you don't have the conventionally attractive woman growing up, but they still are now very heavily being told by a large portion of society, a lot of men included, very questionable men, that they are attractive people.
Yeah, but I forgot to mention this in the previous section, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, that was it. Really, there's like
preying upon the
the then versus
insecurities.
now thing. Yeah. But when it comes to the then versus now, we're definitely reaching a point where your experiences in the past are far different from what's going on right now to young women as a present.
Right. I just wanted to make sure that we were clarifying.
Yeah. No, for sure.
It's important.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like
only because those experiences are so vastly different, just like with conventionally attractive men versus unconventionally attractive.
Yeah.
Or not conventionally attractive.
Yeah, and that's one thing that doesn't have seemed to change though when it comes to the attractive versus unattractive scale thing is like the treatment of men is really not no different from how it was prior.
Yeah, because like at least for on the
worse.
Yeah, because like on the guy side you have the 1%, the Chads and Tyrones, with all the rippling muscles and pulsing veins and the money and the charisma.
Then you have just like those average
we're
guys,
able to get
the non-attractive dudes or whatever who are still good
just
people,
average,
just not that attractive.
And then like the vast majority just like average and below average guys, whatever, can't get fucking nothing because you have the top 1% ruin it and just going through women on a conveyor line again, continuing that cycle, making broken women who then go on to create broken husbands and boyfriends and sons and shit, right, and daughters.
Right. I just wanted to make. I wanted to make sure because I have lived a different experience.
Oh yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure that was
and I mean,
acknowledged.
Really, you're still living a different experience, because of the changes in society.
Oh yeah.
It might honestly be experience that we won't ever see again for many years, well beyond our generations.
You're right.
Assuming society ever improves, which I have little doubts for, but we can try.
Oh yeah. By the way, I'm talking strictly in America. I'm not talking
Yeah,
about the world as a
right.
whole.
Yeah, the world out there, elsewhere is definitely a little more messy in some places. So we're talking
Hmm.
about the U.S. of
Yeah.
A,
Yeah,
because
because
that's
That
where
we
we
know
are.
and
we all
have
live here
experience.
and we know it, right?
We
Yeah.
live here, we
Or-
know what goes on here, so we're allowed to criticize it and stuff, and discuss it.
Yeah, no world blanket statements here. No.
Right.
Excuse me. But yeah, all that,
Yep.
and like no, the minority of women out there who do want to be like embrace their femininity, just like be decent, good people. Like
Right.
they want to be loving, wives, and bring peace to the household. They want to be good mothers, and they want to set them up, set up the children to succeed and not make the same mistakes of those around them and all that good stuff. We need the toxic women out there that are just like misery loves company type of women out there that are like
Yeah.
constantly shit on them. Let's stop that, please.
Right. Which, it's like, at the end of the day, I hate to say it, but that's a much more common thing I notice in women than men.
Absolutely,
100%.
absolutely.
Women are the
Like-
worst.
Yeah, like, the guys, we just fucking beat the shit out of each other, and they're like, hey, buddy, yeah, let's go get a drink, like, but the woman, it's like, I know MZ's account, given a lot of accounts of it, like, a lot of others in the server, other women in the server have, like, talked about how, like, everything just seems to always fester and whatnot, and they just, like, constantly, like, little petty, like, groups or, like, battles going on, like, almost, like, for years.
We are-
Like,
We are words. We are
Yeah.
words people.
you have all
And
like
that
the word
shit-
wars and stuff, and it just doesn't stop. From what I've
and
been
and
told.
it lingers.
Yeah,
it lingers.
That's it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yep. It's in a way, it's like not willing to let it go.
Because like again, it even goes back to the whole fucking passport bro shit. Get like
Yeah, right.
you get, like you get mad at these guys leaving the country to go find
Right.
healthy, respectable
E
spouses.
Even though
and
they're
you
the
shame-
same
and you're
guys
shaming
that
the
you
women
just
too that they're going
shamed
to.
earlier for everything.
And you need to be asking the question. It's like, okay, why are these women in other countries so appealing? Like, what can we learn from them? That's what
Yeah.
you need to be asking.
Right.
It's like you like if you want to have that family and everything the future you want, like, you need to look in the fucking mirror and
Right.
see why you're getting turned away.
Right. Or even in general, it's like, even if it's not a future where you're just like some married person and like living with a
Mhm.
family, just simply
Right.
having good relationships with people as a whole, not
Right.
just men, not just women, people in general.
Yeah.
Having decent relationships around you, a proper support system.
Yeah, whether it be family, friends, work,
Yeah.
whatever dynamic.
The
Yeah.
kind of people who are going to help you when they can, but also criticize you when you have done something to be criticized about.
Mhm.
If it was that serious, or like even just be
Right.
willing to be like, hey, I don't agree with you, but like we're still friends to the end,
Yeah, not blown up when you see just a little bit of criticism. It's like, no, let
Right.
me take this. Let me actually take this to heart. Let me analyze this, right, so I can be a better person.
Because nobody wants
Right.
to admit they're wrong, but that's a huge
Yeah,
part
right.
of being a mature person at the end of
Uh-huh.
the day.
It's like again, got to start with the kids. Teaching was like, hey, it's okay to make mistakes, but you gotta fucking learn from those mistakes.
Right.
Like, you are not perfect.
Yeah. That's what I like about like a lot of the so we have obviously that like gentle parenting movement.
Oh God.
Here's the thing, too. It's
There's
one,
a good way to do it.
yeah, the annoying part is it's one of those things, a lot like feminism and BLM, that like it started off with a good premise, but then like the worst people made it a horrible thing.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because like
Absolutely.
initially, gentle parenting was just simply don't beat the shit out of your kids for simply dropping something on accident. That's all
Right.
it was basically.
Right, at
But
the
also,
start, yeah.
and then on the side, it was also actions have consequences. Like, if a kid
Natural consequences.
yeah, if a kid throws their ice cream because they're being a dumbass, then they don't get any ice cream anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's what gentle parenting was supposed to be. But again, a lot of dumbass people ruined it, just completely destroyed it, and now the whole thing is like about simply like never telling your kids no, and it's like, no, that's a different story. That's not what gentle parenting was
Not
supposed
what
to
that
be.
means. Not at all.
So, because I am on the parenting side of TikTok more often than not,
Yeah, right.
because I'm the one that likes babies, okay? Um,
That's why I said you baby stuff all the time,
Yeah.
I know, and I appreciate it. It makes me smile. Um,
Especially the farting babies.
It was hilarious because I knew exactly what they were doing as soon as they were like rotating their legs. I was like, that's what's coming up. Anyway,
Yeah.
one of the ones that I follow is Mama Cusses.
Okay.
And the way that she explained it was it's actually authoritative parenting. It's just the way that you do it is different. Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to sit there and, like you said, you're not going to sit there and spank just because they
Just because
did
they,
something
like,
wrong.
accidentally dropped a bottle of, water on the floor and spilled it.
Or you're not going to hit back just because somebody, like, you're not going to spank because they hit somebody. You're going to explain, like, hey, this is what you did. This is what's going to happen because of it.
Right, and it's
Like,
not to say
there are
some kids are so
consequences.
intense that they don't need that. There are some kids who, honestly, they do deserve to be, like, given
Right.
a cuff over the head.
And it's
but
tailored-
That's far and few in between.
Right.
It's tailored from kid to kid. It's
Right.
not like a linear, this
Not-
kid
nope.
gets this, therefore this.
Yeah, everyone
Mhm.
wants to apply this idea that one size fits all. It never does.
No.
No.
Kids,
Nope.
it
Every
doesn't
kid is
matter,
different.
It doesn't matter. Like, hell, raising kids, dogs, cats, that pet snail in a tank, fish tank that you have. Like, one size does not fit every snail.
Done with you.
Like, you don't need to-
Jojo, you naughty snail, always talking back, right?
Right.
But she was saying it's technically authoritative parenting. It's
Yeah.
just done in a less combative style than most people are used to.
Right.
Mhm.
Which is why I like gentle parenting.
Yeah. and
Because I was
yeah.
raised in a household where you got spanked for everything, even though I don't respond to spanking.
Yeah, right.
I never responded to spanking.
I was one of those kids where I just got worse because of it.
Rarely.
Like, oh,
I would laugh and then
more
get hit
aggressive.
more.
That's
would
why.
laugh.
That's why MZ doesn't have a butt because her parents spanked it out of her.
Yeah, right.
Specifically my mother.
Yeah.
My dad was not allowed to
Yep.
hit me.
Yep. Up, classic,
Oh,
classic
yeah.
dynamic there. Yep.
I can do thing, but you can't because you
Uh-huh.
man. Ooh,
Well,
ah.
He probably would have used the belt, and that would have been
Yeah, it's fine.
that.
no, it's fine.
That probably would have broken me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yep.
anyway, no, there are good ways to parent
Mhm.
in a gentle parenting style, but it's not a one size fits all. That
Yeah.
everything has to be tailored.
Yeah.
Parenting
Right.
is a different between each child
Yeah. and
because
something a
every
lot of
person
parents-
is different.
Yeah. Something many parents don't realize. You got to be a
Mhm.
leader, not a friend.
Yeah, see, that's. I'm glad you said that because that's a really thing that irks me in a lot of family households.
Yeah.
Where just like, mom and dad are the top of the fucking pyramid, and you need to enforce that,
Right.
right?
And you can
Right,
do
you
it in ways
cannot
that are
let the-
kind to them, but also show that
Right.
you are indeed the authority. And you don't have
Right.
to do it through fear. A leader doesn't ever have to run through fear. The
Right.
leader just has to lead and show
All
by
right,
example.
maybe a little bit. I mean,
A
you
little
see some of
sometimes,
these kids.
depending.
You
But
see
like,
these kids, they need a little
some
bit.
of these
They
kids
need a little fear in them.
but like a real leader,
It
like
doesn't
makes
need to be
sure
the
run
main
through example.
emotion.
Right.
Yeah.
just a little bit, a little bit here and there.
Right.
They need
Yeah.
to know that there are
They still need to
consequences and that you will
respect
follow
you.
through on the consequences.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just see it
Yeah.
we see it all over the place. Just like kids, just like because the parents they give up, they throw their hands up, they just don't have the energy for it. But you cannot give that up because once you do, it's game over. It's a fucking mess. You got to maintain the
Right.
authority in the household, right? Both of y'all
Right.
need to work together to discipline your kids and teach them right
That's
from wrong
another
and all that
thing.
good stuff.
Because the
right?
moment
Don't
that
use
child-
your other parent. Don't
Yeah.
use your other parent as a disciplinarian. Both
Yeah,
of you
that-
need to be
yeah.
disciplinarians.
Right.
Both of you need to be equally so. You can't just simply let one
Mhm.
be the good cop and the other the bad cop. Like,
Yeah, because and especially going back to not letting the husband do disciplining is no, if you because they don't think about how that looks to the kid when you're telling off their father no, you can't discipline the child. Like they don't
Well, I
think
didn't
about
know
how
about
that
this
looks
till
to the
later.
child. Yeah,
yeah, because
they don't think about it.
Right.
No, No, go ahead.
But Dad was a threat. Dad was always a threat.
Yeah, I
Always,
mean,
always,
obviously, yeah,
always.
you're gonna have certain scenarios where, yeah,
Right.
but yeah, but generally, it's like no, both of y'all need to be working together to discipline, not just be like, because when the child sees that, like, oh, mom telling off dad, like, oh no, you can't spank me or whatever, you can't discipline me.
Right.
That tells the child, like, oh, I can get over on that, I can do whatever, then I don't have to worry about him. It's like, no, that's not what you know.
Yeah.
And that messes up the power dynamic in the house.
Right.
Mom, dad, dog, cat, then kids. No,
No, dog, cat, random goldfish in a bowl that's been dead for 3 days, and then the kid.
No.
And maybe just with the just with the right amount of like you pissed me off for today, kid, the snail gets like a little bit on that.
Yeah, right. Gets a promotion. Gets
the snail gets a promotion for the day. Like they feed the dead goldfish and the snail before the kid.
I love you all. You all drive me insane. I feel like I'm talking to children right now.
It's like, all right, kids, you are eating on the floor out of the dog bowls today.
Yeah, right.
You Mr. Mime for the day.
Dog just sitting on the table with like a bib and everything, being fed with a fork.
Like a fork and knife tied to his paws.
It gets like a nice like tomahawk steak with like like a special blueberry glaze and like.
You're right.
You all.
I mean, there are some people who do that, but that's beside the point.
That's beside the point. But yeah,
Those are the crazies.
Yeah, those ones need to stop as well, but that's for a different time.
They're a different podcast.
Yeah, speaking of time, we are actually 41 minutes in, so
oh no, this
probably
is good.
should tie up real soon here.
Like, nah, 2 hours. Let's go. No.
No.
We gotta go back to our best performing time frame.
Hey, all right.
I can do an hour.
Yeah, right.
It's an hour and 58 minutes. No.
Oh, God.
An hour and 59 minutes and 59 seconds.
There you go.
Anything else? Anything else you'd like to add to your list?
But yeah, doubling down on no, mom, dad, no, having to work together.
Right.
Yeah, the whole just nonsense with the keeping score in the relationship. It's like, no, if I'm doing this and he's got to do that or she's got to do that, no, just like,
yeah.
Obviously it's gonna differ from relationship to relationship, but like at the end of the day, y'all need to be a team. Right, y'all have different strengths and weaknesses.
Cover up for each other, basically.
Right, right.
And I'll be frank when I say, I don't care what kind of dumb excuse, like, oh, what about mental issues? No, it's not that fucking hard. It's not.
No,
that
it's really
hard
not.
at
Yeah.
all.
Mm-mm.
It is the easiest shit to work with people when you need
Absolutely.
to for the good
Absolutely.
of a child.
Mm-hmm.
And that's coming from
or just
someone
for
who,
the
I
good of
don't
you,
like
or just
kids.
for the good of you, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
So-
or just the good of you two if you don't have kids. Just like just for the good of the relationship
That's
and
it.
go
Just
right.
like, oh, y'all gotta do better. Do it for the dog if you gotta. Like, don't feed him a tomahawk steak, but do it for the dog.
Oh my God.
Do it for the snail.
The snail. Like, that's gonna be our next fucking, like, mascot is a little itty bitty snail
Yeah,
crawling
right.
across the screen.
Snail lives matter.
Yeah, right. That's the only movement I think I could get behind. Snails deserve rights.
No, but keeping score is a bad idea, just in
Yeah,
general.
no, just
Right.
like, oh, don't just be like, oh god, no, I like I have to work X number of hours of work, so he should do all this for me, or she should do all
Yeah.
that for me.
Just
It's
work with
like-
each other. Like, stop having
Yeah,
a
right.
fucking dumb, stupid
Like-
dick measuring contest. We need to,
Yeah,
we need
right.
to cut that out. Like, that ain't gonna help
say-
anything.
Hey, I had a long day. Do you mind if I do this, and then you do this,
Right.
this?
Like I
Yeah,
said,
right.
not
Make it
that
a
hard,
question,
see?
not a,
Right.
like, hard line.
Right?
Yeah, like or like make a game plan beforehand, like if either
Yeah.
y'all
Or
have no
that
rough
too.
or
Or-
whatever, right?
Yeah, or if it has to be a hard line, make it a little more appropriate. Be like, hey, I need you to do this because I can't do this right now because I'm busy with this, or I
Right.
did this,
Yeah, right.
or I,
Or
I'm
I
gonna be
literally
occupied
cannot
with this.
handle-
Yeah.
Like or be
Like, I literally
hey,
cannot handle the feel of wet food, so can you please do the dishes?
You're right.
Fancy. And see, that's like another thing in particular that's always annoyed me because
Yeah.
like you'll see in like a lot of no relationship is like oh no he doesn't do this when I tell him to do it or she doesn't do this when I tell him to do it. It's like okay, well, does it if you don't say anything, does it not ever get done? Is there like no mountains and mountains of like weeks long dishes in the sink? Is there like bags of trash over the place? Is it just not happening altogether, or is he just not doing it in that moment, or is he or she not doing it in that moment when you tell them to?
Yeah.
So it's like
that too.
so
Like
it's
I've seen that
right,
so much.
right, and
Look,
then
my
like I said,
ADHD ass needs reminders. If I'm not doing it right when you ask me to, I will probably forget that you asked me to in like 10 minutes.
it's like, and then obviously, no tailor to know like whether it's that particular scenario, no with MZ, whatever, like just worry about forgetting it, whatever. But like obviously, no tailor to know suit your dynamic and things like that. But
Yeah, no.
it's
See,
like,
it's time for a big fat warning. Everything we discuss here is never going to be, like apply to everything. Always
Right.
understand when we talk about stuff, it also means we're going over the entire landscape of like what can be done and how flexible everything is depending on the specific situation.
All right.
We're never gonna say one size fits all, so just
Nope.
keep that in mind.
Ever.
All of y'all.
But that's
we are
not how life
professionals now.
works. That's just not how life works.
Yeah,
yeah, because just like, hey, y'all both know whether he comes home from a long day of work and he's tired and whatever, and he doesn't really have energy to get to it at that moment. But like, as long as it's and you're obviously exhausted from being home with the kids and trying to keep that all together, and you're both miserable. But it's just like,
and it's like give him
take a second,
moment,
right?
Give everyone a moment, because like he might like go take out the trash later, but like when you pull the whole, oh, I guess I'll do it myself because it doesn't get done the moment you speak.
The moment you ask,
The moment you say that, I don't want to do it. The moment you say that.
But like, see, here's the thing: you as a woman could get away with that. Every woman on the internet would support you for that, and even some men. A man tries to do that? Oh my god!
Oh no! It's game over, man.
That's the big thing. We need to also really bite this like hypocrisy shit in the bud for both sides again.
Yeah.
Because there are things men do that like can get away with, and it's really stupid in my eyes.
And I think competence on both sides is ridiculous.
Right? It's like, oh my gosh.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. If I don't know how to do something, I will tell you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I need you to do it for me necessarily, so much as I need you to tell me how.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not going to say that I don't know how to do it multiple times.
Right.
Because that's rude.
Have you heard of Google?
Right.
Have you heard of YouTube tutorials?
Yeah, just tic tac on that little keyboard and like find the info. Go to YouTube.
Right. For me, that doesn't always work. I need somebody to like walk me through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, visual learning.
Yeah.
Like right there, hands on. Yeah.
Yeah, hands on is better for me for some things, but like, y'all. You can't say, I don't know how to change a tire. If I can read a fucking manual and understand the gist of it, you can do it too.
I am so glad you said that. Literally, like, was it? I think it was either earlier this week or end of last week. So, like, younger coworker at the store. I think she got like something punctured her tire, so it was like leaking air. So she was, after I got back from my route, she was asking me like, hey, do you have any suggestions on where I should take it, where I can, get a good price and get the tire checked out or patch replaced, da da da. Those times like, oh, you want to go Jiffy Lube or whatever, and da 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 da.
Okay.
And so we're kind of talking about it, and then at some point during the conversation, feel like I asked her, it's like, oh, wait, hold on, because I know from talking to her before that her dad has like plenty of tools and whatnot. He's like pretty. The knowledgeable car guy, fixing his own stuff.
Yeah.
Like your dad's got a jack, right? Like, did you ask him to lift the car and so you can take a look and see what the damage is? And he's like, he's being a butt right now, and he's just like he keeps saying busy on stuff. He doesn't want to do it. Fucking do it. And it's like okay, well, if you all have the jack at home, why don't you do it? It's like I don't know how. It's like user manual. It's like, we lost the user manual. It's like Google.
Yeah, right. Like they're available online, so.
It's like, and then she comes back with like, oh my board. This is car stuff. My boyfriend is supposed to do that for me, but he doesn't know jack shit about cars.
Why are you expecting him to do it?
You're right.
About cars.
Also, there
Like,
are so many guys that I know now that don't know anything about cars.
Yeah, which I mean,
You're
to
right.
be fair, like
It's not really a needed
yeah.
skill.
Yeah, it's not much of a need because car service like call ups from anywhere now, so it's just like there
Yeah.
isn't much of a need for it anymore.
I think it could be helpful if
Yeah,
if
right.
it's something
Oh, yeah.
that, if it's something
Absolutely.
that you as a person are interested in, mind you. But it's one of those
Yeah.
things where you don't need it either. But like I mean,
Right.
I for example, I grew up, like my stepdad and my brother both were like gearheads, so I at least got to grow
Right.
up like I got a little more knowledge on vehicles than the average person these days. But
Right.
I got lucky in that respect that I at least just picked up on that. But it's one of those things too where I'm not interested enough where like I, probably if I hadn't grown up around them, I probably wouldn't have known anything about vehicles as of now.
Yeah, because same thing with my dad. He would like do most of the oil changes himself, or no minor repair stuff, whatever, changing out no batteries, no tires, whatever, and I would be there with him, watching him do it, and helping him do it. So like I got no decent amount of general car knowledge as well.
Right.
But
And then my grandpa didn't know anything about cars. He was always took it to the mechanic.
Yeah.
but
And that was the man that I grew up with.
I mean, to be fair, sometimes that's a safer option because, like, a professional can oftentimes do it better than just the average person with average knowledge. In all fairness.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like unless you absolutely know what you're doing, don't just fucking wing it.
Yeah,
Like,
because
I got this. And like,
yeah,
and suddenly both your hands are fucking burned off from.
Basically, one wrong
Don't
move
go
and it could
underneath the
ruin
car.
entire vehicle.
Yeah, right.
I am too scared to go underneath a car. Thank you.
Yeah, especially if it's like one of those low-hanging cars where, like, because like cars used to be like at that perfect height where, like, if they did fall off the jack, it would just like come right down so close, but not actually destroy you. Now, so many cars are so low to the ground, you would just get like pancaked.
Absolutely, yeah.
A lot of guys lower their cars, from what I understand.
Yeah, part of the aesthetic on some cars.
And I'm like, no, thank you.
Right.
But
That's why I have an SUV.
but yeah, going back to my colleague. So like, when she when she brought up her boyfriend, I was trying to explain to her. It's like, okay, well, I agree that he should have at least like a little bit of like basic car knowledge, like at least be able to change a fucking tire.
Yeah.
Because you never know, what situation you might be in. You might not be able to call someone. There might not be someone nearby that you can call to come and take care of it for you. So at least being able to do that on your own, I feel like just everyone should be able to know how to do that. And then again, also further explain to her, it's like it's not his responsibility to know how to do all that shit for you.
Right.
It's just as beneficial for you to know for you to have basic car knowledge as it is for him. Because again, what if you're out somewhere and he can't get to you, or you don't have some other service you can call? You're stuck. So you need to know how to do it too, not just him.
Right.
That's just an adult thing, not locking it behind gender roles.
I'd be so tempted to ask if she expects him to fill her gas tank for her.
I don't know. I don't think she's that bad.
Because there are some people that I know that are like that, and I'm like, why? Fill your own tank.
Fill your own fucking gas.
Yeah, right. I'm like, how do you? Okay, like it's one of those things where it's like, if you own a car, you should at least know certain things.
Right.
Like, otherwise, that's just like.
Oh, it's not that they don't know;
embarrassing.
they just don't want to.
Yeah. Well, also, you should definitely be able to do certain things, even if you don't want.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I thought I'd ask or say because that's something that I've run into, and I'm just like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's one thing if he volunteers and is like, hey, I want to go take your car out to like go fill the tank because I noticed it was low, but it's a whole other thing when I'm going to the gas station and then I call and be like, I need you to fill my gas tank for me. I'm at the gas station already. Like, no, I will do that myself. Thank you. I'm a grown ass adult.
It's like, and of course there are
wild
like
to me.
situations with like absolute fucking idiots that put in the wrong type of gas into a vehicle.
Oh yeah.
But those are far and
few and far between.
Right? Yeah, right. But still, it's just like everyone. That's not just like, oh, man needs to do this, woman needs to do that. No, that's just a general, like, okay, you're a fucking adult and you need to know how to fucking take care of yourself.
Right.
Mhm.
I would
Like,
say the same thing if the roles were reversed. Like, no, you're a dumbass. The same thing with like cooking or doing laundry.
Yeah, like cooking laundry, like it doesn't have to be like, okay, he does like trash, house repair, car stuff,
Right.
and no bills, finances, and then she does no the kids dishes, cleaning, but it doesn't have to be like just like hard line lock. No, you can absolutely have that overlap, and just like all y'all need to know how to do all those things anyway. So
Pretty
stop trying to segregate it. It makes no fucking sense.
Like, I can't cook a lot of things, but I can cook a few things.
But we got away from segregating different skin colored people. Now we're fucking segregating chores and that. So
Chores.
get out of here with this bullshit.
But like, I don't expect anybody to be a chef when they date me, for instance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or I don't want them to expect me to be a chef because I am not.
Right.
There is a reason why my grandma had a little magazine set out and laughed, like just wrote, "This is funny,"
Yeah.
when a one of those like not fake, but like food magazines came to my house for some reason, and it was
Yeah.
addressed to me.
Mhm.
She knows I don't. She knew I didn't cook. So she was like, "This is funny." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Shut up, baby. I know. I didn't ask for it. It just showed up."
Right.
But like,
Yeah.
I know how to make a few things,
Mhm.
and that's fine. As long as I can take care of myself, that's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody should be able to do bare minimum. I know how to
Yeah,
do my own
right.
goddamn laundry. I know how to pay my own goddamn bills.
Mhm.
Right. Again,
Anyway.
I do my own fucking taxes, even though I don't fucking
Yeah.
want to.
Right. They're like overall, there's
No,
things
literally.
that we as humans and adults in general just need to know how to do to the basic degree at least
Mhm.
to properly function in this society now.
And
I
not
literally-
and not
literally
being like,
had
oh,
that
I need a man so he can cover all these for me, or I need a
Yeah.
woman so she can cover all these things for me. No,
Yeah, right.
stop it.
Yeah, just like we all need to know how to basically live, you know,
Mhm.
function,
how to be
function in
independent, yeah.
society.
What a concept.
Yeah, like you don't need to be the best at it. You just simply need to know how to do it, even if to the most basic of your abilities. Like, if all you can do is cook a little ramen with some like vegetable packs or whatever, then by all means, at least you're cooking. Unlike some people, there are some people out there who don't know how to fucking cook anything, and I'm like, that's embarrassing.
Like can't cook anything but like ice soup, like that one meme.
Yeah, right.
God, I can't. Ugh, I'm broken. I can't.
Ah, most of Nightmare's meals, ice soup.
Yeah, right.
With a fork.
With a fork.
Right.
Like
There
or
we
knife,
go.
knife if it's really bad, like just licking the moisture off the
Like,
Right.
don't get me started on the goddamn knife.
No, there was like a documentary I watched one time on like lions who lived in the desert, but when it rained, they would lick the water off each other. Like that's clearly what.
Oh, that's right.
happened.
Yep. Yep.
100% that is what happens in that house.
They just wait for the rain to lick the water off each other.
The only way they get any sustenance.
Yeah, they bring the dogs out and lick the water off the dogs.
Right.
Just let the dogs go outside.
And speaking of lions, I'm actually glad you mentioned that. So,
Okay.
all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of my lecture, my soapbox. This has been no Dr.
Yeah.
Calpin's no corner. That is my definitive review of just
Humanity.
How society should be
bullshit,
working.
all the bullshit that's going on for past 3 years now. So that's that. Anyway, lions.
Uh-huh.
The new the trailer that we just got
for Mufasa.
Mufasa.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I mentioned on Discord already, I like that the lions are a lot more expressive and
Right.
got more animated, so that's nice to see.
Right.
One of my friends in another server said that it was really funny that they were all white. She was like, they couldn't have made them like different shades or anything. They were like, no, they gotta make sure that they know that they are inbred as hell.
Yeah, like so
how
as
do
soon
you
as I
think
saw
they
the
get
pride
white
of white lions, I'm just like, if their leader or one of them is not named Kimba, I'm being very disappointed.
Imagine. Yeah, no, their leader is Kairos. He's the evil lion of the
Right.
so
and I'm just like, I was like, after watching the trailer, I was just like, I just have white pride.
Oh my god. You're not wrong, but I don't like it.
Right.
But no, it is so weird
Yeah.
seeing just young, fun, innocent, Scar slash Taka,
Yeah,
who
right.
like who always dreamed of wanting a brother, and is just so happy, and it's like just seeing
Yeah.
their dynamic right in the trailer
From
from
knowing what
Cubs
they
to
actually are.
adults.
So how are they gonna turn that around?
Yeah, right.
Like, you know.
Yeah, right. I'm just like, it's so tragic. No, because you know it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Also, again, we all know. Like, I have discussed this many times with like I can guarantee you guys and everyone else. Like before, we all know they are very much so setting this up for basically making a live action Lion King 2. Because of the fact that they made Mufasa and Scar, not actual brothers. Like, we all know they're gonna try and aim to make Scar, be Kovu's father or whatever. I bet.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I guess.
Yeah, 'cause I mean,
that would make a difference to me.
Yeah, because yeah, which I mean, they really didn't have to do because they made it clear that he wasn't actually Kovu's dad in the actual
original,
Lion King
yeah.
2. So there wasn't any creepy inbreeding anyway. But yeah. I feel like they're almost setting this up to actually make Kovu be Scar's proper son and successor if they're doing a Lion King 2 remake, which it feels like they're setting up for.
Mm-hmm.
Especially bringing in Kiara.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I had to do a double take at the start of the trailer because I was Rafiki there and Timon and Pumbaa are like, oh, let me tell you a story, and he's like, wait, hold on, wait, because hold on, that can't be Simba, because Timon and Pumbaa weren't there yet until they weren't there in the Pride Lands until after he left. So I'm like, wait a minute, that's Kiara. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
fuck.
Yep. So yeah, because the premises that was released, so it wasn't really released overly publicly. It was just mostly on those movie sites that gave the overviews.
Right,
so
right.
It wasn't actually seen as much. But it was the premises was that it was Rafiki telling Kiara about Mufasa, and his legend and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be. Why white lions?
Yeah, right.
Why?
Well, remember,
They look cool. They look cool, but still.
No. Here's the clear reason. Remember, the Disney is still pandering, so obviously white thing's bad. and they got to make sure it's a white male thing, because white man.
Oh yes. I mean,
what better thing to
historically
do than a
speaking.
lion,
Historically speaking.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because
It's not wrong.
basically none of us are native to the U.S. It was all the Native Americans. So.
So now I got the Savages song in my head from.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Right.
Are they even human? Savages.
Makes me want to watch that
Totally
movie
why
again.
they're doing it. White thing bad.
And you know what? I can't even say they're exactly wrong.
Yeah.
Me being the pasty ass that I am.
Yeah. But yeah, so but there's definitely a lot going on with the thing. I am curious to see it. I'm much more excited to actually see this one than I am, the obviously the first remake.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Again,
sure.
Even the expressiveness aside, it's one of those things where I'm a lore junkie. I like lore.
Yes.
So
yes. Same.
I like
same.
seeing this kind of stuff. I enjoy seeing what
World
they had in
building.
mind for Mufasa, especially since this would actually be, technically canonical information. If so, in a sense. But so overall, I'm curious to see it. I'm actually moderately excited. Not a ton, but moderately.
Yeah, right.
Enough to want
we
to
are
know.
definitely on time, so.
We can keep going now. But real quick, because I think they because they also announced. I don't think they showed any footage, but they did announce Incredibles 3
Oh yeah.
is in the works. Which I said in the chat before, but I'm both excited and nervous at the same time, just like I was when they announced Incredibles 2. Now I thoroughly enjoyed Incredibles 2. I think I even liked it more than the first one.
Yeah.
I
Um,
definitely like the first one more.
mhm,
I think they waited too long for the second one, and I think
mhm,
that's why I didn't appreciate the second one nearly as much, because you are sucked straight back into the original story
mhm,
in the second
mhm.
one.
Yeah.
But like it's been way too long since the first one came out, and you're like, wait, I gotta like go back, rewatch everything, be like, what the fuck was going on?
See, the reason I like the second one more is because, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I only like the second one more, like, only just slightly more than the first. I still love the hell out of the first,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
but like my main issue and a lot of people's issues with the first one that it was just too much too focused on Bob. There wasn't enough
Mm,
involvement with the Helen and the rest of the family and the kids and all that.
yeah.
Whereas no, we did get like significantly more. Obviously, they switched from no from Bob to no Helen, so now she's going out doing a superhero thing. But you're still getting like a good amount of screen time with Bob at home and the kids,
Yeah.
struggling to
Yeah.
adapt to having to do that. Working with the kids at home and writing and figuring out fucking Jack and his wild ass powers. Oh, Cha Cha want cookie Cha Cha no man. It's like, so he's good now, right? It's like, oh, you think so, right? Because I can't keep giving him cookies.
Yeah.
But
I
if I
think-
stop,
I think that I liked the story in the first one though. Like even though I understand like the criticism,
hmm
Yeah.
it was one of those things that they made his character so
I mean, he's very relatable.
Relatable?
Yeah, insanely relatable. Yeah.
Yeah.
that it made it it didn't make it like one of those slogs to watch just to
Mhm.
see him grow and change and be like, oh, I get to rediscover my like
I finally relive his
confidence
glory
and-
days, right?
yeah,
Like,
and like
don't-
I get to see what I could have been as
Mhm.
you know, a superhero as an adult.
Right.
But I do appreciate the change in the second one. I just wish
Mhm.
it would have come out a little sooner. I think I would have
Mhm.
appreciated it more if it would have come out closer to the original,
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
so that you had that more clear
right.
juxtaposition.
I mean, like Incredibles 1 is like it's always like over the years. It's like it was never not fresh in my mind, so that was a much easier transition. For me.
Yeah.
For me, I don't watch movies as often. I'm not a big movie watcher,
Uh,
so I have to actually like constantly remember to go back and watch stuff if new ones come out.
Mhm.
hmm
So for me, it was like I don't fucking remember what happened. Like I remember the gist,
Yeah.
I remember certain lines and certain scenes, but I don't remember like the whole movie
whole
like
movie
some
and the
people
plot,
do.
a lot of plot, yeah.
Like I remember Mirage. I remember his little sidekick being like the evil dude,
Right.
or his wannabe sidekick, I should say.
hmm
But I don't really remember like the nitty gritty.
hmm
So for me, it was kind of like, what the fuck am I going back into? I still loved it. Like it was still a great movie, but it
Right.
wasn't as impactful for me.
Yeah.
hmm
It had been so long.
Yeah. Yeah, but my hope for the third one now, so now this time no supers no are able to no come back out. They are legal again,
Mhm.
officially, right? They didn't no jump the gun like they did in the start of the second one. But and so now they're like they're legal again. They can be out and do the superhero thing. And like and the whole family was like on board. They got their groove now. So like I'm really just want to be able to just fully see all of them going out doing superhero stuff, but obviously still have the chaos of the nuclear family dynamic and everything that they still have. I think that's a lot of what ties in the relatability to it. So it's like very
Yeah.
essential to there, right? So that's why give me more Frozone, right? Not enough Frozone.
Never enough Frozone. Best
Need-
part of the
need-
movie.
right? Need
And
more.
his
Where's
wife.
my super suit?
He and his wife are the best part of that movie,
Oh, so great.
hands down.
But yeah, just give me the whole family going out doing super stuff, right?
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
like we've gotten plenty of setup now. We obviously know we had Bob's arc, now you have Helen's arc. Now we got the whole family just going out and just making a mess and just I need it.
Yep.
and hopefully do a little better with the villain in this third time around. Because like while I didn't hate Evelyn. I feel like
Yeah.
she was similar to Syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't really enough differentiating her from Syndrome. It was just another case of no supers let me down, and but like I'll be in a different way. But the heroes supers let me down now. Having a vendetta against them. I was like, no,
Yep.
no, give me give me the Underminer. Give me the Mole Man.
Give me the mole man.
It's like beneath you, but nothing is beneath me. I hereby declare war.
Oh.
Man, and fucking let Toy Story die, guys.
Literally.
Yeah.
God.
Like,
Literally?
4 ended it in a way that it should not have ever come
I
back. That should have
actually still haven't-
stayed the ending.
I still haven't seen 4 actually.
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't
I'm
seen
so
4.
done.
I was
I'm
good
so
with 3. I was good with 3. 3 was like, okay, we got it all settled. We're good.
Right. It's like,
We don't need more.
Let it go.
Be Elsa, guys. Let it go. Anyway.
It's like give us gargoyles. That's what we actually want.
Right.
Oh fucking hell, dude. But yeah. This has been a very, very full episode of the Now With That Attitude
right.
podcast.
It's fine. We needed a long one.
It's like I am content.
Yeah, now all of you should sit and just like listen to this for the weekend.
Yeah, right. Just have this on repeat, right?
Right.
Stack up our views for us.
Yeah.
Just have it play in the background.
Yep.
Just do your dishes.
Yeah, right. Now do your dishes, no, vacuum, whatever. Masturbate. But if you're into that, who cares?
Yeah, right.
I don't want to know about that one. Okay.
Although, until next time, everyone.
All right. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well.